the animals that got the sugar, which here's sucrose, which is glucose and fructose, they actually gained a little weight even though they're on a diet. So they were able to conserve their energy enough so that they actually gained weight even though they were eating less than they normally eat. The control animals, of course, lost weight. We're seeing huge differences in metabolism in the body. So the animals that got sugar got fatty liver, they got diabetic, they developed hypertensive. Even when calories are the same, there's something special about fructose. It isn't just making you eat more. It is poisoning your system where you're developing diabetes and fatty liver and all those things. And you can do it even when you're on a diet if you're eating a high sugar diet. You eat calories to make energy. And we make energy that is either immediate energy, which is the ATP that makes me want to be able to do everything you want, or we store it as energy, which is what we call as fat. But fructose is unique because what it does is it has a side path where it generates uric acid inside the cell. And I call it a non-caloric pathway because you can activate that pathway when you block the caloric pathway. And yet when you do that, you activate the switch. So the switch turns out to be associated with this non-caloric pathway unique to fructose. And what that does is it generates uric acid. Inside the cell, uric acid goes up in the blood, and it activates the switch. And if you lower uric acid in these animals, and that's all you do, you can actually affect the ability to raise blood pressure, to increase their weight, increase their triglyceride. So there's an association where uric acid being produced inside the cell is triggering this switch. And how does it do it? Well, basically what it does is it helps reset the energy in the cell to a lower energy. So remember, energy is ATP, and then there's a stored energy, which is fat. The way fructose works is it makes the ATP level low because it tends to shunt more of the calories to fat. So when fructose is initially metabolizes, it consumes some of the ATP. And fructose is unique because it consumes it so rapidly that there's a fall of energy in the cell that then activates an enzyme that removes the AMP. AMP is what's used to reconstitute ATP. Sweeps away the AMP to make uric acid, and then the uric acid goes and stuns the energy factories where ATP is made, reducing the ATP production by blocking what we call the Krebs cycle and fatty acid oxidation and all these things you don't really want to hear about. And then it blocks the regeneration of ATP in a low energy state by blocking this great enzyme called AMP Kinase. And the result is ATP levels fall. Alarm signal makes the animal feel like it doesn't have enough food, the energy's down, but actually it does. It's just stored fat, and the stored fat can't be released into regular fat because it's blocking that. The animal feels that it's in a low energy state, it feels like it's starving, and guess what it wants to do? Eat. It wants to eat, it wants to increase its fat stores. It's perfect. It's a way to increase fat in an animal that already has fat.
Annotated and summarized, easy to share with loved ones. The description below the title for this video has these summary points. From the website doctorstotrust.com, you can view the summary notes and share or print the PDF of those notes.